welcome to The Locker Room. Coming up tonight, Real Madrid, where Cristiano Ronaldo discovered that sometimes not scoring is actually the safer option. But is Real Madrid's win at the weekend a turning point? And what is Zidane's best system? We'll be talking Barcelona, who had a tough first half against Betis, but they put on a masterclass in the second. We discuss what's changed for the Blaugrana this season, and PSG in trouble. PSG were beaten at the weekend. What conclusions can we make from this loss? It's all coming up tonight. And we hear that Christian Vieri is not just working with us on the English-speaking locker room, but also the Spanish-speaking locker room as well now. And I wonder why Ray Hudson has not been called upon for his services after that wonderful Spanish you brought up on Friday's show.
Oh, nice.
Is she picking on you?
She's always picking on us. Here, passer.
Much better.
That's a good one.
Christian. You can see us on the sister channel now as well.
Yeah?
Yeah?
There's
You're going to
this
be on there
channel?
too?
Ah, the sister. Ah, yeah. I'm going to be on the.
You speak Spanish?
No, I want to speak Italian. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go have some fun there
I
too.
think you're going to be great, so make sure you watch both versions of the show. Let's get started then. Zinedine Zidane returned to using a 4-3-3 formation at the weekend for Madrid's meeting with Depor. That game ended 7-1. Now, Benzema was not fully fit, so he didn't start, but he did come on in the second half. Isco was fit, did not start, and ended the game as an unused sub. So we're asking if Zidane's best system is one that doesn't necessarily use all of his best players.
I think it could be, Clifford. I would say his best system is when the BBC played, because they were absolutely brilliant. Bale was wonderful. His pace is magic. Benz, when he came on, was making near-post runs and creating space for CR7, and Cristiano was scoring. And that's got to give the whole team confidence. But Thomas Rongen did say on Friday that you've got to play with a number 9. And, Thomas, maybe you want to explain, but it does seem to work for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it does. And as I said again, we're talking about the AP90, okay? Average positions over 90 minutes, and the TIT, which is team and individual, all right? Tendencies. If you can see this was the 4-4-2 right here of Zidane early on. What do you see, Bobo? What do you see is no spacing, no balance, no triangles. By the way, here, natural triangle, natural triangle, natural triangle. Here, Bale, Ronaldo out wide, 4-3-3 Murray, and we're back in business. Absolutely.
I don't know what I see, I swear.
A 4-4-2 versus a 4-3-3, dude. Look.
I don't know where to look, on the left or
Where
the
to
right?
look? There's no space here.
Okay.
No space. Look at the balance and width.
It was a performance that Real Madrid really needed. They went with the 4-3-3, and what Thomas is, I think, maybe trying to allude to is that third forward gave their team incredible better options. They gave the team better balance in the midfield. There was an intensity, a sharpness, a focus. With the three up front, basically all it's doing in that central attacker that Thomas is on about with the pyramid there, it gives them so much width. When Isco's in there, it's a lot more convoluted in that midfield. This is the system that brings out the best in the players, likes of Gareth Bale and Cristiano. For me, in all of that midfield, this time it was Mayoral, it could be Asensio next time, it could be Benzema, but this is what they're going to go with, and I think Real Madrid might be losing Isco in the off-season.
Is this the team that they need to play in the likes of the Champions League then, Christian? This
I
formation?
think
4-3-3?
for me it's not the 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. It's that if they're fit, Benzema is fit, Bale's fit, he hasn't played the whole year, Ronaldo's fit, they win games. And this year they haven't won games. For me, we had a big argument today. 3-1 it was, okay? And
No, Ray was with you, I think.
I see things in my way, like they're very unlucky. You have years that every time you shoot on goals, the ball goes in. Every time they shoot against you, the ball never goes in. This year, they were 1 down yesterday too. I said, here we go again.
Yeah.
Last week they were 1 down. They could have scored 7 goals, and they lost. I think when Bale's fit, Benzema, Ronaldo, Isco, and they're all fit, I think 9 out of 10 times Real wins. You're going to have some years that you're not going to win. Why? I don't know why, because that's how soccer is.
But what about their defence, though? I mean, it still worries me that they're not as tight as Barcelona are. They conceded. Kayla's made a couple of really, really good saves to keep them in the match, as always. been 4 matches now, no clean sheet. Now, if they're going to do something European Champions League against the top teams, for me, they have to be much, much tighter in defence.
Ray has done those games. I mean, Ter Stegen has come up with 5, 6, 7 saves to get him a win or tie as well.
Keeps him in the game.
Absolutely.
So now you're coming to my house now.
I am coming to your house.
Because before you were saying Barcelona, they're more tight. For me, it's not true. They have chances against them.
But
It's just that.
Kayla makes saves as well.
Okay, but everyone makes saves. That's why you got the good. But sometimes, like yesterday, Betis could have scored on the 0-0. They could have scored. If they score against Barcelona, Barcelona concedes a goal. Everyone's saying they never concede. They concede chances too, like all the teams in Europe. It's just that some teams score and some teams don't score.
Even against a poor Depot team, let's be honest, there was a balance to this team.
Yeah.
There was a fluidity. There was an understanding from the midfield to the 3 up front. Even the young kid who struggled in the second half and got substituted. But it was an improved performance, and the individuals seemed to react. The individuals seem to produce the team performance.
Done,
Well, let's talk about a team that Real Madrid will be coming up against on the 14th of February, because PSG lost 2-1 to Lyon at the weekend, and it was quite the game. Now, what conclusions can we draw from this result? Is it cause for concern, or is it one that was conditioned by circumstances such as no Neymar, Mbappe getting taken off injured, Alves getting sent off? Or do they need to be careful to not let complacency...
Bo wants to jump into it.
No, I think they're bored as hell. That's what I think. Playing this league here, I think they're bored. So they're going to win a couple. They're going to lose a couple of games here and there, draw. They're waiting for the Champions League. That's what they want. So they're going to prepare for the 14th of February.
But are they focusing too hard on that Champions League game and losing to title contenders here? Lyon. I know it's 8 points, but it's still closer. It's a big deal.
And a big test.
Are we on a TV
I want to go back
or
to
something here?
what Bobo just said, and maybe look at Gary and Ray too, have played on a high level. Since the league is so weak, now in 3 weeks, you got to raise your level up here. Bobo, you got to play even against Lyon.
That's their problem every year.
You say so weak, but after the Serie A, Ligue 1 is the tightest title race in the top 5 right now.
But here's some results. They beat Dijon 8-0 recently. They've beaten Toulouse 6-2, Angers 5-0, Bordeaux 6-2, Rennes 6-1. It's too many easy games. There's 1 or 2 tight ones, but generally speaking, I agree with you. It's too easy. And
so is this a worry then when they have come up against Lyon?
It absolutely is, which is why it'd be a concern for me is that Real Madrid will come into this battle hardened because they've had a tough time. They're fighting for everything. They'll come in fighting. They're in that right frame of mind for a cup match, whereas PSG, it's all too easy. Dani Alves gets sent off. Maybe they win, maybe they don't. Mentally, I think PSG
Can I add
struggle.
one more point to that? Neymar missed 8 games. Went to Brazil because he was tired. The rib injury, I'm sure about. Red cards as well. If he wants to be the true leader, like Messi, who doesn't miss a game, or Ronaldo, who doesn't miss a game, right now I don't know if the chemistry is healthy in this locker room, and they're not playing particularly well, obviously, in this last game. I don't know.
Okay, well, it's one to look forward to. We'll be looking at Barcelona's game as well. I think we're doing that now. Their 5-0 win over Betis at the weekend didn't tell us too many things we don't already know. Yes, Messi's still magical. Suarez is back on his game. The midfield are very special. One thing that is different this season, though, is the coach. His team is still unbeaten in La Liga. His team won at Anoeta for the first time since 2007. So how has Valverde had such an impressive impact on this Barca side? And why are you sat with your eyes closed?
I'm standing up. Okay, I'm standing up because I'm starting to get hot here.
Hey, nice suit, by the way. Nice suit.
Thanks, man. Let me tell you something. Last 10 years, Real Barcelona, whoever goes and coaches that team, 9 out of 10, they're going to win 95% of the games. So Guardiola was there. He won everything. Then, what's his name? Luis Enrique went there. They said he was no good. He was no good in Rome, right? They sent him away. However, he won everything. Then Tito was there, passed away. And now Tata Martino won. He didn't win the Champions League. He won the Liga and the Copa del Rey.
So you're saying that none of this has got anything to do with the National Valverde?
Another thing, Real, the same thing. Whoever coaches these, they have the best. They have the 30, 40 best players. If you get the 40 best players in the world, 35 of them are playing for Barca and Real. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's it. I have nothing else to say. Judge, thank you very much.
He's got that point. We three see it a little bit differently. We think that the effect, Thomas, your colours all upside down, pal. It's been a situation where this man has come in without Neymar and has adjusted in an impressive way with the best players around. And he's integrated some players like Sergio Roberto, who's blossomed in this system as well. There's no disguising it. You're seeing a different Busquets now from last season for me. He's not being forced to cover so much ground with the four in midfield. I don't like it as much as I love the old Barcelona, but it's so impressive and it's so indomitable, and it's very difficult. It's a new change.
Forget that Barcelona.
It's not drastic. I'm not saying it's drastic, Bobo, but something's there.
Forget that Barcelona that 10 years ago, that Barcelona that would hold the ball 90 minutes. You got to forget that.
I won't.
That's not how it is no more. Players have gone away. Everything's changed.
Yes.
But Neymar went. They spent 300 million on Dembélé and Coutinho.
Now, and they haven't played though.
We've got to move.
They haven't even played yet.
And I know you're
Valverde some credit for getting Semedo and Paulinho in defensive position.
No, Neymar.
That's
4-3-3.
Yes.
4-4-1-1 right now this year. Come on, Bobo, talk to me.
There you go.
I know, there's only 8 players.
Whiteboards down. We're moving on. Now, when it comes to the Scudetto race, Christian Vieri's been changing his mind more often than he changed clubs during his career. And why is the shelf life of the average football manager so much shorter these days? Marco Silva's sacking as Watford coach reopens that debate, and don't miss today's top goals because we have quite a surprise in store. You are watching The Locker Room on beIN Sports. Welcome back to The Locker Room. Now, among some glorious goals in the weekend's action, there were also numerous head-scratching moments, sideline selfies and silver hair styled by sweethearts featuring in this week's What Were You Thinking? Take it away, Gary Bailey.
Yeah, the referee's got a question mark against him here. Jan Oblak does what, for me, is the perfect thing here. Lag gets through. Olongo, and he takes him out. Why? Because if he doesn't take him out, he's going to score. But the referee stood right there. How that cannot be a red card when there's no one covering the goalkeeper, I don't know. Because if you see it in slow-mo, poor Olunga does a double somersault with triple. Look at all that. Wow, that's a red card, surely.
I don't know if he touched him. He said I didn't touch him.
Yeah, sure. Look at that.
Meanwhile, with another Madrid team, what was this, Christian Vieri?
I know what he was thinking. He said, in a couple of years, I'm going to do some Hollywood movies in Los Angeles, so I got to look good. So he wanted to see how bad the cut was.
In the phone. Wouldn't it be funny, though, if he tweeted from the pitch, live?
Wow, how crazy football's becoming, eh? Someone gets cut, and I remember when I got cut once, Mihailovic says to the doctor says to him, we've got to take him out. And Mihailovic says to the doctor, can you get out of the room, please? Because we've got to win a final.
He still plays on, but surely he just wanted to see.
Yeah, he's going to make a couple of movies.
Now listen, our reporter...
It's a great header, by the way.
It is, it is. Our reporter, Jamie Easton, has been getting some of the most exclusive interviews with Barcelona players recently, and he put a very pressing question to Ivan Rakitic after Barca's game against Betis, asking him what colour his hair is.
Whatever you want. It was just, the moment for changing something, and there's my wife. She told me that I have to change something.
Your wife chose the color?
Yeah, she did everything, also the cut and everything. And I have to say thanks to my wife because, with this first game, with the new look, also the first goal in the Liga now, I think it's not bad.
Ray.
I think he's done great. I don't know what his wife was thinking because that's the lady that did it, the wonderful Raquel. But I think it's a nice colour. It's a platinum, and this is a lovely Raquel. And it's not too peroxided. It's not ultra white or shocking white. It's a nice tint, and I think, hey, listen, if that haircut is a reason he's playing out of his skull the way he is, Ivan Rakitic, what were you thinking? Bullseye, baby.
Bullseye. OK, Thomas Rungan, you can end this segment for us.
Yep.
On Watford, sacking Marco Silva.
Bobo, this guy on the job 8 months. I got fired after 10 games, 2 months. So should I have sympathy for this guy, yes or no? You know what? I do. Without a doubt, Mr. Silva got fired too early. This is a project. all right, for any coach to take, and to give him only 8 months and not be able to finish that, I think is just not
Bloody
right.
scandalous is what it is,
Correct.
because the man was loved by the coaches, by the players. He was building a good thing. Another club comes in for him. It's not his fault. I thought he was treated very badly as well.
So we're asking.
The only project that I know is from my architect. That's it. There's no projects in soccer.
But they talk about it all the time, the coaches.
Yeah, that's all. It's all fake. It's all fake
Arriving
stuff.
to do a project.
Yeah,
Well,
it's all
listen,
fake.
like, it's a big thing now, because Arsenal aside, why is the shelf life of a football manager much shorter these days? Why? Why
I
are
tell
they
you
getting
what,
sacked
I
so
think it is.
quickly?
A lot of it is because bloody businessmen run these football clubs now,
good,
Kate,
Rocky.
and we can split it a lot of ways. But you look at a team like Juventus that has a wonderful project manager, sorry Bobo, but the way that club is run, they give their coaches time and it proves dividends. I think
They
there's
give
too
him
many
time 'cause-
businessmen in it. In Italy, compared to other ones, what was the
Was it
club?
Palermo?
Palermo,
11
coaches in
1 year.
2 months.
No, in 1 year.
And
in 1 year.
they got relegated too.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Listen, because these presidents, the owners, they think they know about football when they know, you know what? Zero!
See? Business.
Zero they know. I am the man of the truth in America.
Yeah, but
Nine
it's killing
head
it.
coach in 5.5 years at Watford.
It's not
It's crazy
I mean,
because you need time. You cannot build a team without being able to decide which players you want to get in, which you want to get out, what systems you want to play. And if you think of Sir Alex Ferguson, probably the greatest manager of all time, it took him.
He's a funny one,
What?
Gary.
It took him 4 years to win. Yeah, of course, he's one of the greatest managers of all time.
Because
But I
you
agree.
played there. So you're not
No,
fair.
because he
You're
won the
not
European
fair.
Cup and he won the
No,
English
but
League.
in the
so many
first
times.
3 seasons, he was good, but they believed in him. It's,
Well,
I think them
because he
days
had
are
a
gone,
project.
Gary.
He had gigs coming through. He had Beckham coming through.
1997. I was hired by the Kraft family, one of the New England Patriots, go Pets in the finals. And halfway through the season, we were 5-3-3. He brings me in, by the way, 6 a.m. in Foxborough in a Dunkin' Donuts. And this guy's got billions. I go, okay, we're going to buy me a coffee. So he goes, Thomas, I'm going to let you go. I go, why? It's a pure business decision, not technical. We're losing the crowd, and I want Walter Zenga, the Spider-Man, to bring people back. I said, okay,
There you go.
that's it.
Okay, Christian Vieri, I'm sorry we've been
buddy.
picking on you a little bit today. We didn't mean it. But earlier in the season, you said Juve were going to win the Scudetto. Then you changed your mind and said Napoli. Then you said Juve again, almost went back to Napoli. And apparently you have a new answer for me today. Who's going to win the Scudetto?
You guys know my liar, no?
Juventus, you're going to say, aren't you?
No, listen. I'm a Juventus fan, okay?
Juventus.
But Juventus can't win every year. Even if they have the best team in Italy, and I agree with the guy when he says they're going to win at the end, but I see Napoli this year might be their year.
Yes.
Because they've never won, haven't won in 30 years, and it's not that a team can win forever. You're going to have a year that you're not going to win, and you don't know why.
But the opposition have
They're
to be
going
good
to be.
enough. I
They're
don't know
going to
if
be
Napoli are
right.
good enough.
They're
over
going to
a
be
whole
right
season.
there.
to the end.
It's going to be. It's going to be down to the wire with this Napoli
hope
side.
so.
Mertens again comes through for them in Atalanta in a tough place.
Any injury,
could have
though,
scored
any
two.
injury to their key
You're right.
players, they don't have the
But
depth, do
they're
they?
going to. They're supposedly going to say, "I'm still with Napoli. I ain't going to turn."
Say the
Juve.
name properly, though.
Nah, Paulie.
Top goals next here on the locker room, where Ray and Christian are going to be made to eat their words. So stick around.
Hey.
I'm hungry.
Top goals next here on the locker room, and we will start in Marseille with Dimitri Payet. And I'm going first for this one. Look at this one. Tricks the keeper and then injures him with his silky skills. Scores as well. Poor keeper got injured. What are you upset about, Christian?
Man, poor goalkeeper. I think he did something on his knee, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
you're right. Shame.
I'm
Well, why are you laughing
very
at the
sad.
goalkeeper?
I'm very
by
sad.
Dimitri Payet, stunned by his skills. That's my top goal for you this week as we take one more look at it. Poor keeper. But great stuff from this man for Marseille. All right, next up, it is Thomas Rongen.
Talk to me. The pie is the guy right now. The winning goal for Lyon against PSG. And by the way, I'll tell you a secret, Bobo. He has a tattoo on the inside of his lip.
Yeah?
Does that hurt?
Yeah, it hurts,
It
man.
says successful.
Didn't he used to play for Man United?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
It was
Thanks
a
for
good week for
reminding me.
ex-Man
Come
United
on.
players. Okay, Gareth Bale for you and Christian.
This is the best goal of 4 goals. Gets the ball, put on his left, second post.
Great ball.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Goal from Marcelo's a good one.
Marcelo's. So Marcelo's still crossing then?
I
He
understand.
can still play soccer,
Yes, he's
guys.
still-
Okay.
I'm not giving up
Because
on
of the system.
Brazilian. Great goal.
Ray Hudson.
This one is fabulous as well. Kurzawa, look at this one. Lovely straight. And watch how he doesn't have much of a look at it. There's 2 players right in front of him. He just everything. And it's just a wonderful sweet straight with power, placement, immaculate. Kurzawa.
And now, poor Gary Bailey has had to put up with a lot of stick on this show, particularly from this side of the
Yeah.
table.
He's a
from Ray
goalkeeper. What do
Hudson,
you expect?
From Christian Vieri. Oh, he's a goalkeeper. What do
Okay,
you expect
thank you.
from a
So,
goalkeeper,
guys,
Gary?
here is the goal of the week, of the season, from a goalkeeper.
No way.
I'm telling you now, have a
The
look.
five-a-side
Look at
game?
this, 15 yards in his own half, 15 yards in his own half, and look at that, guys. Beat that, come on.
This
How about
is
that,
an
guys?
English competition. This
Yeah,
is
It's the Segunda in
It's a
Spain.
clearance.
Yeah,
English competition.
it's the Segunda. It's a
That's a
Lugo
great
Sport
strike,
in
Gary. Well
Sport
picked
in
out.
Gijón.
Well done, the goalkeeper.
He's brave as well because he's wearing pink.
fantastic.
So
That's a good goal.
he's
eh?
Yeah,
got
that's some goal, that.
cojones.
15
He
yards
is
inside your
brave.
own half.
We will have a quick talk on transfers. It will be goodbye from us after that, but please stay with us here on Bein Sports because Monday Night Soccer follows with George D. Metellus. He's got another great show in store for us.
Hey, Kay, how's everything going over there in the locker room? I'm sure it's a spirited and very calm debate. Well, here on Monday Night Soccer, the action we have for you on the program is fabulous with the matchup of Real Madrid and what they did to Deportivo La Coruña. Barcelona responding in kind. Well, they weren't so kind against Betis. A surprise in France and the marquee matchup in the Serie A between 2 teams looking to get to the Champions League. Monday Night Soccer, the anchor leg of Magisterial Mondays following the locker room. Back to you, Kay.
Nice stuff, crowd. Okay, Thomas, any other business?
Absolutely, and these 2 guys are NFL guys. And now I want to see if you know that. The winning goal against Denmark by a female, okay? Julie Ertz. Who's she married to?
USA.
Talk to me, Boba. You don't know.
USA
Exact
women against
Ertz,
Denmark.
the wide receiver of the Eagles that you bet
How
on.
am I supposed to know that?
I don't know.
I don't watch it.
Because you don't watch the locker room, but anybody who does gets to know this information. You're on the locker room now, bringing that information. Alexis Sanchez.
Yes, he's joined Man United. Oh, two thumbs up. If I had any more thumbs, put a thumb up. I've got 3, 4 thumbs up.
You
for
like
Alexis.
him now?
He's got everything. He's got pace, ability to score. He's aggressive. Great signing.
Tremendous.
Thumbs up or down from you guys?
Big time.
Up.
Are you
From
Electric
you?
Sanchez? Are you
Yeah.
All
kidding me?
right, thumbs up from us all in the locker
Yep.
room. Thank you so much for watching us. We will see you next time. Don't miss all the cup action this week on Bein Sports, and we'll be back on Friday, same place, same time.